Hello and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, April 28th, 2025, we're analyzing the NZDUSD pair, combining news analysis with chart data. We'll start by examining the recent news headlines and then move to the charts to see how these events are reflected in the price action. Recent news indicates the NZDUSD pair is weakening, trading near 0.5940, influenced by a strengthening US dollar due to easing US-China tensions after China exempted some US imports from tariffs. Additionally, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand's focus on price stability and the Federal Reserve's goals to maintain low unemployment and stable inflation are key factors. The daily chart will provide some much-needed context. Looking at the one-day chart, we can see a significant downtrend over the past few months. The pair has generally been declining since around July 2024, with some attempts at recovery, such as the rise in early August 2024 and then again at the beginning of November 2024. However, these rallies have been short-lived, and the overall trend remains bearish. There was a big drop on November 8, 2024, with prices bottoming out near late November. It has recovered slightly since then, but there's been another big drop recently at the start of April 2025. The most recent candles are forming a slight upward trend, but need confirmation. Let's narrow our focus to a more recent time frame to get a clearer picture of the current trend. Focusing in on February and March 2025, we observe some volatility, with the price fluctuating between 0.56 and 0.58. Zooming in further on the daily chart to April 2025, we see that the price broke down to around 0.55 near April 7th, rebounded slightly to 0.58, before collapsing down towards 0.54, before recovering back to just below 0.60 in mid-April and has since been range-bound. The short-term outlook appears to be leaning neutral, with a slight bullish bias if the 0.60 level is broken. Otherwise, we could return back down to 0.55. To get a closer look at intraday price action, let's switch to the 1-hour chart. Looking at April 10th and 11th, we can see more finer-grained detail. We can see the recovery up to 0.575 before continuing the rally to 0.58 in the following days. Finally, let's examine the 15-minute chart for the most recent price action. On this chart, we can see the recent range-bound trading, and the price is currently around 0.595 with little volatility and fairly little movement. In summary, the NZDUSD pair is showing signs of consolidation after a downtrend. Key price levels to watch are 0.60 as a potential resistance and 0.55 as support. A break above 0.60 could lead to a bullish reversal, while a drop below 0.55 could signal further downside. Keep an eye on US-China trade developments and RBNZ policy announcements, as these will likely be key drivers.